Hey everybody, yes, hey guys, I am in Minnesota. I am in front of a haunted Masonic temple. I have a real passion and affinity for these things. Amazing location, has nothing to do with the story, but it was a great place for me to sit down with a buddy of mine, Dave Schrader, nationally known paranormal authority and enthusiast, and he is now the star of the newest show on the Travel Channel called The Holzer Files. This is me sitting down with paranormal authority on the subjects of ghosts and haunted files. Dave Schrader.
Please speak to us.
My body.
You died.
Get out!
50 years later, we've uncovered Hans Holzer's paranormal investigations.
I keep seeing a pool of blood.
What do you say?
He's right behind you.
Let us know that you're here now.
This is not good.
A groundbreaking new series, The Holzer Files.
All right, Dave Schrader.
Sean Paul, how are you?
We've been buddies now since, I think, 2013.
Sounds about right. Boy, it doesn't seem like that long, but it does, doesn't it?
Your ship came in.
Well, we'll see about that, but yeah,
Right.
Holzer
Okay, well,
Files.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's how many episodes have aired?
Well, we filmed 10 episodes.
I know that, but how many have aired?
All 10 episodes.
All
yeah.
10.
Thanks
Okay,
for watching,
wow.
Sean.
Yeah, I'm a cable cutter. What can I say? But no, I've seen a couple of the episodes now, and I'm just like, yeah, it's like everything you and I talk about.
Well, Hans Holzer is considered America's first ghost hunter. And I think that's because he brought it to the populace. He made it a popular subject to talk about. He wrote over 145 books. He also was on, I believe, Sightings, In Search Of. He had his own television program. So he was really kind of a trailblazer in this field. You know, I believe his first real investigation started in the 50s through the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
And we only lost him just a little over 10 years ago.
Okay. And so there's plenty of files.
Oh, thousands of files.
Oh, so you're not going to ever run out of
Oh, no,
cases.
I think, well, in season 32, we might start having some problems. But no, at this point, you know, knock wood, we'll be on for quite a few seasons.
And now that I've seen the show, I saw it at face value. But now you're explaining to me that basically he did everything that you guys are doing in the show. You are kind of the contemporary version of Hans Holzer. You bring in the medium, and you're conducting the investigation in maybe a more contemporary manner.
Right.
But it's just kind of like walking in his footsteps.
Right, and I think what we're doing is we're helping to take his investigations into a new era, and in a new way. Hans Holzer was very much opposed to the technology. We've already had a chance to go through this house together. You and I have not. I'm going to bring in the thermal camera.
Okay.
Let's keep a close eye on that music room. And that's because there was no technology built.
Thermal cameras probably weren't as big a deal.
Well, even that, it's just there, and if there were, he probably would have tried them to see what he could find, but there were no pieces of equipment designed to try to communicate or prove or disprove. But now we have actual engineers.
I've got cameras set up in every room of the house.
If anything moves in this house, we're going to be able to see it.
All right, let's go.
Yep.
Had he had these type of pieces of equipment, or the SB7, the spirit boxes, any of that stuff, he might have tried to use it. And according to his daughter, for a guy that was dead set against technology, he's made his presence known to her through technology. He's spoken to her through the spirit boxes. So, right, and she feels definitively that it is her father. Well, I'm a skeptical believer, and I know that sounds like an oxymoron, right? But I've had experiences of my own that I can't explain, and I continually try to. So I'm a believer, but I don't believe everything I hear or am told or see. And what had happened was, during the Metuchen investigation, we had Cindy and Shane doing a walkthrough. And at one point, as I'm watching the banks, I caught something out of the corner of my eye on that door. What the? Did you just see that?
No.
It looked like a face just went straight into those curtains. Shane, replay that camera angle. I'm telling you, that's like a face hitting that thing.
Holy crap.
And I'm like, well, that was weird. What was that? And went back to watching the rest of it. After they came out, everybody was accounted for. All cast and crew were standing there, and we were talking, and I happened to look down at that part of the screen again. And it looks like, first of all, it looks like somebody, like, hands are almost kind of parting the shears a little bit. and then all of a sudden you see him flutter, and then it looks like somebody walks through the door. Perfect, right through the door. And that was my initial reaction, was, holy did you see that? And we played back the recording, and what was so great is we have cast members or crew members that have worked on many more paranormal shows. That freaked them out. They're like, dude, I've worked on these shows for 10 years. I've never seen it. That's unbelievable. That's creepy as hell. And that door that it walked through heads out towards us from the side of the house. So it was pretty intriguing to see something like that happen. I went back in to try to reproduce the activity. And I wanted to show, first of all, there has to be a vent on the floor. Maybe the airflow was starting up slow, and that's why it was just fluttering. And then, boom, when it kicked on, that wasn't it. There was no venting. This is an old house. There was no venting in those areas at all. And then I was waving my arms in front, just trying to, what could create this? I was opening and shutting that door because you see that there's a bathroom off to the side. I didn't want anybody to think that somebody's in the bathroom pocketing the door real quick to create a suction. And I couldn't get anything to react that way. So it was what it was. I can't 100% say it was a ghost. I don't know if the heat kicks on, it doesn't create a pocket in the house, you know, like a quick moment.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
So I can't, that's why you don't, in that episode, you don't see me deliver it as evidence. We do show it to her, and we show it to her on camera, but we didn't include it in the episode because we couldn't say definitively. She'd never seen that happen before. But again, how often are you in that little room and just happen to notice something behind you?
All right, friends. Well, that was Dave Schrader. He's a great guy. I've known him for years. And if you watch these shows, the cinematography and the way they're laying out and presenting these shows and these stories it's like watching a major motion picture. It's extremely well done. I think it's probably one of the best paranormal shows on the TV today.